Thanks for covering for me, Borky, as usual. Here's Carlson, his shot deflected. McCarr's pass picked off. Chinakhov fires, and a save made by Wedgwood.
Coming right down hill, right into your living room. And that is right off the top of the mask. That, folks, is from about...
And Soderblom able to get it out to center. He'll drag it over center red. And then over the attacking line. Soderblom then carries all the way through. Center's in front, there's Novak, and a toe save made by Wedgwood.
Players, and then find Tommy Novak. I think with Tommy...
There's Crosby behind the net to Raquel. Back for Crosby, up top he feeds Carlson. He'll look for Raquel, dragging, holding, throwing it on net, saved by Wedgwood. He pumps back to Wotherspoon, he lost it, and look out, McKinnon gets it, and he's around Wotherspoon and in, scores! Nathan McKinnon with the steal and score, and the Avalanche strike first.
Wotherspoon just trying to do a little bit too much, and maybe against another player or another line you could try that, but not against this guy. You see the way he got a wide base there? Once he got half a step right there, he does a great job of protecting the puck, wide base, and then those electric...
Letang will put it on Chinakhov's tape. He misses Mantha, but it's no icing as it comes to the corner. Burns lost it to Mantha. He takes contact from Manson. Two big bodies colliding there. Gerard at the point. Chinakhov, one-timer, scores! Igor Chinakhov, new career high with his 17th, and that one's a bullet. We're tied.
Shift that the Penguins had, where they went to work, they won some puck battles, they went from low to high. This time, around the horn she goes, and eventually getting it to Chinakhov. That's with no traffic. That's from no traffic. That's about an 88, 90 mile an hour slap shot, a knuckle puck. You can see it just dive. It hits the stick there of Burns, and then it probably dove.
Comes back to Taves, sends it across Malinsky, gripping, holding, shooting, and a good save by Shilovs. Traffic all around.
Really good save with the blocker there. He had to look through 4 layers of screen.
Malinsky, a second chance, and this time he doesn't miss. Off the post and in, 2-1 Colorado.
Number 195 for Colorado defenseman. And here they just win some puck battles. They get it moving around, and that moving screen right in front of Shilovs made it pretty difficult there. You had Shea and Nichushkin going right in front of the eyeballs of Shilovs.
I think if he did a side-by-side, honestly, Borky, not to get too deep in the weeds, but there's probably more of warranted actions to have a penalty on Nelson than a Chart. But Penguins are shorthanded. Here comes McCarr. One-timer, Nate just scores. 5 seconds on the power play for Colorado. They're up 3-1.
That's Jordan Samuels Thomas with the call. And you kind of feel like Shilovs had this one tracked and it just fooled him. I don't know if it hit something on the way in or just sailed over the blocker, but what made this, not only it's a clean face-off win, as I mentioned earlier, you know, give the guy a knuckle sandwich, but there's other ways to let him know that's unacceptable. Don't touch my captain again.
Kadri back in after a loose puck, centering pass, they score. Parker Kelly. It's 4-1 Colorado, 3 goals in the final 5 minutes of the first.
And that next shift, right, Josh? We talked about it. Just how important it is. A simple dump in, deflected in, first to the loose puck, pass, shot. And that's one there, I think Artur Shilovs probably feels like, you know, when he goes from looking over his left shoulder.
Wotherspoon trying to get it around Nichushkin. Taken back by Wotherspoon. And he'll bank it out to center. Anthony Mantha picks it up there. The pass deflects right wing. Chinakhov, save made by Wedgwood.
He probably felt like, I don't have enough time. This is a bound. Look at this thing spinning like a top. Probably felt like.
We'll look to do that as we're underway here in this second period. Ricard Raquel to Rust across. Crosby chops it on net, and a blocker save by Wedgwood. Had a career year like so many Penguins. 4 points in his last 5 games as Erik Karlsson goes dancing through center. Down the right wing, centering Kindle. Glove save, Wedgwood. What a stop.
Has made a whole bunch of big saves, including this one looking through traffic on Ben Kindle.
Passes for Clifton, carries in, dishes right wing to Brazeau. Justin Brazeau pointless in 4 games since his return from injury. Throws it across for Kindle. Made that return against the Avalanche. Here comes Shea right in, shoots, save Wedgwood, rebound, score! And there is Brazeau!
I understand the rule, but you got Taves there, you have a little bit of contact, but Brazeau never takes the path.
After video review, there was goaltender interference on the play, therefore there is no goal.
They get possession here, that's huge to start. Heavy pressure off the bat from Colorado. We remember this the other game. Raquel passing to Russ, down low, Raquel stuffs it. Save made by Wedgwood, it's loose, and it's cleared. Off the face-off, Colorado controls. Here's Malinsky, Taves one-timer, saved, Shilovs, they score on the rebound. Marty Necas makes it 5-1, his second goal tonight.
Does not make a mistake. The face-off win. The little, see what Necas did there? He went right into Sidney Crosby and then welcomed that. And then as that shot came, he rolled right off of Sid. The rebound comes right off of Shilovs, almost right onto the stick of Necas. It's like a little one-timer pass.
For Raquel over the line. Sends it all the way around. Kulak's going to try to get there first. He's taken to the wall by Mantha. Comes free to Crosby in front. Rust, saved by Wedgwood.
Good pass by Sid to Rust. I think maybe surprised Rusty as it was on top of him right away.
Rust up top for Karlsson. Crosby. 20 seconds of the 5-on-3. Here's Karlsson back to Crosby. Save Wedgwood. The rebound. Wedgwood stretches the right leg and stops Rust. Karlsson back to Crosby, 10 on the 5-on-3. Backdoor, what a stop by Wedgwood. Got the right shoulder on the Raquel shot. Here's Rust, out of the box is Burns. Rust down low, backhander, Wedgwood the save, and he covers. Here's Karlsson for Rust. Sauces it up for Karlsson, throws it to the net, save made by Wedgwood. Crosby may have gotten a tip. He tied this game at 1 back in the first period on his 17th of the season, but Avalanche with 4 unanswered after that. Novak a steal, maybe the Penguins with a chance to bounce back here. Novak in across, Chinikov, what a save from Wedgwood.
He's your goal scorer right there, Igor Chinikov, and he almost got a second.
Rust dumps it in, Raquel after it. Makar takes a shot from Rust right in front. Raquel scores! And finally, the Penguins break through against Wedgwood. It's 5-2 with 8:13 to go.
Finally, they get a bounce. Really smart play by Brian Rust to go diagonal off the boards, and then they go to work. And what a crazy bounce that is. That isn't a brilliant play by Sidney Crosby. Once again, it's almost not fair. It's like he has 3 sticks out there because his feet are so good. What a crazy bounce up over the goal. Sid goes from skate.
You see the final score at the bottom of your screen. The Islanders are not going to gain ground on anybody. They lose on home ice 4-3 tonight as Karlsson comes back in, shoots one off the post. Wow. So New York goes down. Columbus at last check was winning in Philadelphia.
They still are 3-2 with a minute and a half to go in regulation.
Corbin across, another good save from Wedgwood. Crazy town. Shilov's going to go to the bench for the extra skater with 3:48 to play.
We've seen this from Dan Muse before.
And an empty net goal for Ross Colton from about 110 feet away.
I've seen this from Dan Muse before. You know, and I told you, I'm all for it. You know, as a player, I want to go down swinging.
There's a lot still to be written for this Penguins story, but they're going to drop their second in a row as they fall 6-2 here tonight to the Colorado Avalanche.